Good morning, YouTube. It is April 22nd at 9:20 a.m. This is the Ramblings of Larry on his 2009 Ultra Classic with 30-some thousand miles on it. I haven't ridden it a lot, so it's probably about the same as last time. I know one of you all are sitting there looking at your calendar saying, man, 22nd is Sunday at 9:20. Larry has a service at 9 on Sunday. What's he doing on that motorcycle and not in church? Well, I think I mentioned this in another video. Let me see if I did right there or not. I guess I did. Okay. Cruise control is, hold on people, set. We are doing 59 miles an hour in a 55 zone. Let me put a foot peg down. Let's stretch my leg out. I think I mentioned another video. You all know, because I talk about it quite a bit. I'm the pastor of Lake Park United Methodist Church. Well, in the Methodist, we don't have deacons. Well, we do, but it's a whole different thing compared to the Baptist. That's a lot of people understand the Baptist with deacons and stuff. So we got lay speakers. And they're trained to get up and preach and stuff. The Methodist Church uses them heavily. Well, I like to get people trained to speak, to lead, to be supervised. It's a good leadership course that the Methodists teach. Lay servant, it's called. I have 6 of them in my church. I'm an oddball where I believe in everybody involved in the job. Everybody, empower people to do things. And so, I got a boss, the district superintendent, we call her, and she has made me the administrative pastor of this little church, little country church called Naylor United Methodist Church. It's not real far from those. Get on the map and look. It's Stateville, going 84 and 135, Highway US 84, then I'm not sure if it's Georgia Road 135, but it's right there in the corner. So get on your stalkers, get on there and look and see where we're headed. But so there we go. A little church. I send people out there. I make sure they have a speaker every Sunday, and then I go and visit the hospital when we can. COVID has kind of slowed that down. But there's shut-ins, whatever they need. Pastoral care I take care of during the week. I am required to preach out here once a quarter. That car coming out or not? Okay, there we go. Thank you. Wave. I am required to quarterly preach out there. So I try to do fun events when I got to go out there. And so today we have Biker Sunday. And so I've gotten online. I'm part of the CMA, the Christian Motorcycle Association. And so I got there, shoot about 30 of them. And then we got several motorcycle groups in the area. I got online on Facebook and advertising. So we're hoping to get 50, 60 people. Now, it's kind of a little scary in the midst of COVID. We are doing, and down here in the South, the numbers are spiking. There's not a whole lot of people vaccinated. I don't want to get into politics here. Some say it works, some say it doesn't. Just better go with that. With America, you should have free will on what you want to do. So on that deal, no comments will be allowed about that on here. But so we're doing this. We're doing it carefully. We've gone and disinfected the church. There will be masks available for those who want masks and all that happy hoo-ha stuff. So let's forget about that stuff for a minute. But so my church bought 4 Boston butts and a ham and some sausage. One of the guys in the church is a motorcycle guy. He's actually a member of Naylor. Barbecues or smokes. Maybe smokes and barbecue at the same time. I don't know. But he rolled up some Boston butts, and so he smoked them just last night, this morning, and so we're having pulled pork today after church. Pulled pork, chips, homemade coleslaw. One thing you gotta like about the South, and I haven't been up north for a while, but when I used to go home back in Kansas City with my parents, they went to a big Baptist church. They'd have a food event afterwards, and you would think for a big church it'd have a lot of food. When my mother passed, now this is a sad story, it's funny but sad. When my mother passed, we're up there, it was cool, it was April 1st of May, so Missouri was still cool at that time. So we're up there, my brothers and I and some other family, her sisters and their husband come. And so we're at this big Baptist church. They do a service. I thought the pastor did a crappy job, but that's beside the point. That's between me and him. I've done a bunch of funerals, so I'm judging there. So whatever. Funeral, we get done, and so she gets buried in a cemetery. For some reason, we're delayed at the cemetery. I can't remember why now. But so we come back. Here the staff, this is on a Saturday morning, I think, and they brought people in to cook meal for the family, and the staff is, because we were late, they were hungry, they started eating, and so we get there's about 20 people there already eating, and there's probably about 30 of us that were invited to eat afterwards, and there wasn't enough food. There was not enough food. I could not believe it. And they were not apologetic about it either. They were not apologetic about it either. And so it was what it was. My brothers and my daughter was with me, and a couple of us. We didn't eat. Another funny thing about up north is, which I'm used to this, by the way, is tea. It's unsweet tea, and then you put sugar in. So the people up north probably know about this. Down here, if you would carbonate the tea, you would have soda tea. They boil the tea with sugar in it. I mean, it boils out. That's why the sugar, it's already dissolved because it's been boiled into the tea. I remember the first time I was at a church function a long time ago when I was asked to make tea. I was asked to make tea, and it was funny as could be. How much tea do you put in? How much sugar do you put in there? I think maybe a cup. And oh no, I mean about a quarter of that pot was full of sugar, and I'm like, holy mackerel! They like their sweet tea down here. I'm not a big tea fan either way, shape, or form. Gosh darn it! I was hoping this guy wasn't going my way. He's going slow. But on that deal is. Back to the original thing, focus, Larry, focus. I think Bodine 52 and me have this difficult time of focusing. Okay, we're on 376. If you look straight ahead, you can see 376 ends. We're getting on, I guess, a Georgia Road 135. This will take us to where we need to go. Oh, good. He's going to Statesville. He's headed to the right. We're headed straight. But I love these little country churches. I really, really do. I'm at about what we would call medium-sized church, 2 services, 100 and some people. We're roughly, with COVID, we're down. About 50 to 60 people in church. The church would hold about 250 at one time. 200 would be cramped. We can squeeze in about 250. The church we're going to, and I'll walk around it real quick, will take about 70 would be packed. 70 would be a packed service. So, but I love these little country churches. These are the little churches. If you're down here in the South, or up the East Coast, actually, a lot of them have closed. You'll go to a little town. There's usually a Methodist and a Baptist church. And it seems like there's a lot of them fairly close together, a mile, 2 or 3 miles down the road together. The reason that is, when the Methodists and the Baptists, I think, have always been in competition with one another. They established, compared to for walking distance and riding a horse or a mule, So the churches were based on the farms. Of course, now we're at cities and we got cars. And it just seems like, and people are holding on to the old tradition of these churches. And normally Naylor has like 10 people. I think 14 members. The whole church is 14 members. And normally there's 7 to 10 people come to every worship service. There's no fellowship hall. I mean, it's just, that's just the way it was. And people hold on to that. They're dying quickly. The Methodists down here in South Georgia, when I mean South Georgia, I mean Macon South. Draw a line from Columbus to Savannah, with Macon in the middle, and that's considered South Georgia district. They probably close 5 to 10 of these a year just because they died off. You like a church where I'm at, Lake Park, we got a big church. We got a lot going on, and the bigger the church, more going on, more kid events, more people go to them. Churches as a whole is dying off. We have not taught the younger generation the importance of worshiping God. And you take that as you go to be, because a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you sinners out there don't go to church on Sunday. Why? Because you're posting videos. How do I know that? Because I got a service at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, and so from 10 to 11, I'm watching one of you all. I'm watching one of you all either on, HDR on vacation with Mrs. HDR, Bodine 52. Still the best one is Moose, whatever his numbers are. I haven't watched him in a while. And the Mike Haley 7. Moose was still on a Harley. Mike Haley 7 just got his DCT Goldwing, and they were hauling tail to the Teton. My daughter at that time was living with us, the oldest daughter. So we would get in my office and watch. I got a TV and my computer's connected to my TV. And so we would sit there and watch these videos. Holy mackerel. They're funny when they start cussing. And I'm deaf. I'm literally legally deaf. And I got the volume turned up kind of high. And they both, and I'm not saying nothing bad about them. It was just funny as could be. They're both cussing. They started on I think they got a flat tire or something. And they're cussing away, and I'm trying to grab the remote to turn the volume down. It was hilarious. People were like, "Oh, what was going on in that office?" But so it was cool. But so other than that, I think it's just a morning of ramblings. Okay, checking everything. I'm going to have to get gas on the way back. I got 77 miles remaining. It's only like 20 miles away. But boy, it sure seems to take a long time to get here. At 60 miles an hour. The speed limit's 55. Except we're going to go to a little town called Howell, Georgia. Howell. Unincorporated town. No cops. Because the speed limit drops to 45. A lot of these cops, the county cops and the state troopers would go to these little towns, especially on Sunday, and catch people like me that are racing to the church. How dare they? People racing to the house of God. They're racing to the house of God, and they go and pull them over. Sinners. Your quick Bible story. There is a prophet, Elijah, in the Bible. Elijah had all kinds of neat powers. He could call down fire from heaven and burn something up. And there's a couple neat stories. I always thought about that, especially being a biker. Wouldn't that be nice to have that power? You're going down the highway or the back road, whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, and the car in front of you or behind you, those idiot drivers, texting and drivers. Lord, smite that one in that white Toyota right over there. Florida tags on it. Poof, car would be gone. Man, highway would be clear when I rode. Oh, man. Or like Moses, you know, instead of parting the Red Sea, you part the cars in front of you. Lord, part this traffic in front of me to the left and to the right. And, you know, the cars would all pile over left and right, and you go down the center lane and no traffic. Oh, in our wildest dreams, right? Oh, well, I think I've rambled around for a while. You probably get just a good rambling. I should be there here shortly. If I can think of things to talk about, I'll just keep it going for that distance. Still got problems with the leg. I haven't really rode the motorcycle a whole lot because of I got problems with right leg. I mean, it gets to hurt the whole leg, the ankle, the foot, from the kneecap down. It was all the way up to the hip. They did shots in my back. That seemed to help some. But still does it. One of my friends, one of the motorcycle friends from Oregon there. He went back to Oregon for a visit. And he brought back this cream called hemp, H-E-M-P, for marijuana. I'm assuming it's legal in Georgia. He ordered it online to come to him, but it's for arthritic pain and stuff. So if you guys are there, so I've been rubbing that on my lower back and on my knee and my lower leg and ankle, and that seems to work pretty good. You got to put it on about 3 times a day, and on the thing it says it's easier to stop pain from occurring than it is to stop it once you already have it. So put the cream on liberally often, and so. Hey, I brought it with me. When I get to the church here, I'll probably say, I'm up at 5. Okay, here's how. Turn it down to 45. Downshifted. Woo! You got to listen to my sound effects now, people. And so that has helped a lot. The doctor gave me this other cream to put on my knee. It's supposed to be for arthritis and stuff. But it has a set of warning labels. All right, railroad tracks. Good. Look at that old building right there. I love those old buildings. This little old town. I doubt they might have a city center. I don't know if they do or not. Singletary Road. I'd hate to have that in mind. I need simple roads. Somebody's getting ready to go fishing. All right. I think we're back out of town here. So a lot of these neat old houses. I love the little old towns too. The East Coast, and then of course down here in the South, there's a bunch of them. It's sad to see these towns were bustling towns at one time, and today they're nothing, boarded up and things like that. So there we go. It's that cruise control. But yeah, so that cream works well. But this cream there, the doctor gave you got to measure it out. One of the side effects is if you put too much on, it could make your heart stop instantly. I'm afraid the wife might read that and try to rub my back with it one night. Oh, honey, let me rub your back. I used this cream the doctor gave you. The whole bottle. But there's a bunch of red warning labels. Boy, I hate taking medicine. I take enough of it as is, so this other hemp kind, this seems to work better too. It seems to work a lot better. Okay, we're back into Lowndes County. So that's that. I got an appointment Thursday. I'm fearing they're going to do a knee replacement. I think that's really the cause. A year ago, May, they did a orthoscopic surgery. That helped a little bit, but not much. Oh, let's stretch that leg out again. One thing about the motorcycle compared to the car, I can stretch the leg in and out. I can move it more, and so therefore it doesn't hurt as bad. So that is one good thing. When I ride in a car, especially my wife's car, I drive my little Nissan truck. Nissan truck doesn't have cruise control. And so it, after a little bit of a distance, it just hurts. There's a birdie. Birdie. Focus, Larry, focus. Alright, this is a pretty long road that we get on. We're not far now, so. Alright, everybody. I'm going to videotape the sermon, hopefully. No promises there. And what I will do with that, I got a channel called Pastor Larry, is my other channel. But sometimes when I comment on your guys' thing, if you see my picture is my dog sitting in the pew. It's Pastor Larry. Pastor Larry, the Ramblings of Larry, is the same crazy, nutty person. Maybe no cussing on the Pastor Larry site, but on the Ramblings of Larry, no telling what I'll say. So it wouldn't pay for me to ride with Mike Haley 7 and Moose. By the time I got done, I'd be back to my old Air Force days where I just cussed away. Uh-oh, got a car behind me. You know what you're doing behind me, buddy? So with that, we'll say I'll be up here in just a minute. So, all right, everybody. I guess I'm done rambling, boring you with enough conversations. I think we jumped around enough. Okay, somebody just texted me. The phone is, right, you look down there, there's the phone. It's at the right distance. I can't see it with my regular glasses on, but I have bifocals. I can't see the text with my bifocals either. And it's a touch screen, and my gloves aren't the ones with touch screen, so I cannot see it at all. So, Hannah Hauser, my daughter, probably texted me about the dog. She's not a big Paxton fan, but he's a brat. The puppy, and you've seen it in another video. See here, I found another topic to ramble about. Man, he's grown big, but he's only 5 months old, less than 6 months old, and he is just a wired up, hyper ADHD brat. Of course, he's a brat because of me. Hangs out with me. Yeah, the road will be up, the church will be just right here in a second. He hangs out with me most of the day, and he is, well, I was going to say this, probably should. He's a womanizer. Boy, he loves women. He loves women. He just wants to rub up against, I guess, perfume or something. I'm not sure, but it's kind of funny. A woman comes in, he's just all over a woman. And with strangers, it's kind of embarrassing. He's not humping them or anything, but he just likes to, he gets real excited. And you try to call him, he looks like, oh no, that guy's going to beat me. So, but he's a spoiled brat. So my daughter is home. She doesn't go to church. She's a heathen child. Heathen child. We're almost there. That's one road you can take, but it's a dirt road, and we don't like dirt. I do have to ride for just a minute on dirt, but not long. So, 45. So on that deal. She's texting pictures of the dog to me. They're still in bed. I've walked them and played with them and taken them to church already this morning. And so that. All right. Hey, there's already some people here. Gotta like that. All right. There's gravel here too, and I don't like that. All right. Alright, here we are. Okay. Alright, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.